The story of Bala Krishna deity. The amazing story of how Bala Krishna deity crossed the ocean from faraway Dwarka in northwest India to Udupi in the south is told in Madhva Vijaya, the biography of Sri Madhva Acharya. Madhva wanted to have a temple of Lord Krishna in Udupi. The devotee could then worship and serve the Lord and ennoble their souls. Well, it so happened that in Dwarka, one of the main places of Krishna's pastime on earth 5,000 years ago, the deity lay concealed within the large mass of gopi chandan clay, the yellowish clay Vaishnavas use daily for marking their freshly bathed body and temples of Lord Vishnu. No one knew the deity was there, but because of the lump of clay was exceedingly heavy, some sailors loaded it onto the merchant ship to blast. On the ship's southward journey, just off the coast of Udupi, the temples blew the ship around on the sandbank. On that very day, Srila Madhva Acharya observed and composing the Dvadasha Strota, his famous 12-part poem praising Lord Krishna, had gone to the beach to battle, or as the same day to receive the Lord. Upon seeing the ship got fast onto the sandbank and hearing the cries of soldiers in distress, Srila Madhva Acharya waved his cloth in their direction. This calmed the stormy seas, and the ship floated free. Madhva Acharya then guided the vessel to safety. Eager to show the appreciation, the captain offered Madhva whatever he wanted from the ship's cargo. Madhva Acharya chose the heavy lump of gopi chandan clay. Disciple attendants of Madhva Acharya had just started back to Udupi with the large lump of clay when, but a short distance from the beach, the lump broke in two, revealing the handsome deity of Lord Bala Krishna. But now, the combined effort of 30 Madhva's disciples could not budge the deity. Only when Madhva Acharya himself embraced and lifted the deity as if he were a child did the deity consent to be moved. In great transcendental ecstasy, Madhva carried the Lord the 4 miles back to Udupi. On that way, he completed the remaining 7 parts of Dvadashi Stotra, reciting the verses out loud. Back in Udupi, Madhva bathed the Lord in the lake known as Madhva Sarovar and enshrined him in the Sri Krishna Matha. Srila Madhva Acharya instituted righteous standard for worshipping Sri Krishna, and whenever he was in Udupi, he would personally perform the 13 daily worship ceremonies for the Lord. How the deity of Bala Krishna had come to be buried in Dwarka is told in Parmenia Nava Milika Tika, a work from the 17th century by Raghuvarya Tirtha and Acharya in succession from Srila Madhva Acharya. Once during the time of Lord Krishna's manifest pastimes on earth, Mother Devaki lamented to the Lord over the misfortune at never having witnessed the Lord's childhood pastimes in Vrindavan. She entreated the Lord to make her happy and fortunate like Mother Yashoda by showing some of his childhood feats and frolics. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, just to give the pleasure of his pure devotee, at once assumed the form of small child and chambered all over Devaki's lap. Later, when Devaki went to churn butter, Krishna, acting like an ordinary mischievous child, broke the churn, ate the lumps of butter, and even smeared butter all over the transcendental body. He then snatched the churning rod and rope from Devaki's hand. After sporting like this for some time, the Lord again assumed the usual form of eternal youth. Mother Devaki was thrilled beyond measure to see this childhood pastime of the Lord. Queen Rukmini Devi, Lord Krishna's consort, witnessed the pastime, and the Lord's mischievous behavior and childhood features enthralled her. To preserve the memory, she had a deity name made of child Krishna holding the churning rod and rope. Queen Rukmini began to worship the deity regularly. Later, after the Lord returned to the spiritual sky with his retinue, Arjuna deposited the deity in the place called Rukminivana. In the course of centuries, the deity became completely converted with clay, and it remained in that condition near Dwarka until merchant sailors brought it to Vaisnava Acharaya at Udupi. Before the departure from the world, Srila Vaisnava Acharaya appointed 8 of his sannyasi disciples to take care of the worship of Sri Krishna Math and to continue propagating Krishna consciousness in the region. Today, the responsibility of the worship is rotated into year periods called Prayaya among 8 sannyasis in disciplic succession from the original 8. During the 14-year interim period between turns at Prayaya, each sannyasi travels and preaches and raises funds to use when his turn for worship comes. During his Prayaya, he personally performs the 13 daily rituals service to the deity. Hare Krishna.